Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Earnings price prediction now in a theater near you because they came out. What we talked about in the last video actually came into fruition. So what we're doing in this series is we're using options to help profit off of earnings. You don't know which way it's going to go. Earnings, if in my previous videos or in my comments, you see I talk about it being the wild west. So you actually can buy a call and a put. And if there's a lot of volatility, you can profit off of that. And I'm like, okay, let's put this into practice. Let's see, let's do this a few times. Let's figure out, which stocks to do this with, and what are the returns. What are some mistakes that I could potentially make. So we're all doing this on paper, and then next season we're actually going to take action on this. Actually, do real life trade. You always want to practice. You always want to do your research, practice. Do some self-analysis before you actually jump in and do the real thing. Is it worth it? Is the payout good, right? What's the risk? Like, we don't know yet until we do it a few times. So let's jump into yesterday's video where we talked about this strategy. Take a look at these December 10s, right? So we're looking at 635 here, and then here for this in the money we're looking at 970, right? So I'm going to take a look at this. I'm just going to write this down because what I want to do is I want to buy one call and I want to buy one put. And that's the strategy: buy one call, buy one put, both in the money. That was the idea, because if you watch the video, I was talking about every earning there's like a $5 swing in one direction or the next. So you could, with this strategy, you could probably make money. I'm like, well, let's see, how much money can I make? Is it worth it? I did talk about lower highs, and that, and every time there was earnings, Disney would just fall apart. They would most likely go down, in which it did. So it did a lot of the things that I talked about just through analyzing the price action of the chart. So let's take a look at our results. Remember, this is not financial advice. I do this for education, entertainment purposes. I want you to make more money. So I'm just showing you how I'm making more money, and hopefully you can learn something. You can apply it to, what you do on a regular basis. If you want more, please comment, subscribe, like the video. That helps me a ton. So let's take a look at the chart. And there you have it, Disney on the docket. Now, part of our short selling and gap trading fundamental is we had, if there is a breakdown candle, you would short that breakdown candle. And right at this moment, if I would have shorted this breakdown candle, which I didn't, I'm watching, for the options. That's what I was paying attention on this morning, is the price of the option, to see if if that would have worked out for me. But if you did, you would have shorted here at 158, 159, and then you definitely, as it came up here, at around, see, we're 11.15 now. See, I would just probably get out of here right at 161. That's $2.50, right? So that's 1%. That's not too big of a loss, but that breakdown candle did not work, and that's okay. It happens, and I would just exit my position right now. That's what I would do personally. I wouldn't wait for it to close above it in this situation, because most likely, it coming down so far so fast, it came to a number. This number here, obviously important. 158.50 was an important number, maybe somewhere back when, right? But it found support here to bounce straight off of it. Could we come back down here later on? We definitely can. This could be like a bearish setup here, but we had a huge monster move today. About, I think it was down, what is it? We're down 14-15%. What is it? We put it on the daily chart. We're down 7%, $12.75. So what I was talking about in my previous video really came into fruition, right? We identified this downtrend, and we said, look, every time there's a sell-off, every time there's an earning, there's just a sell-off. It doesn't matter, right? You had a quick, well, here, except here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 80% of the time, you had a sell-off out of out of 20% of the time where you actually had a run up, right? So you really want to bet on that side of the market, and that's what we were looking at. But we still bought that call because you never know, right? Earnings are the wild, wild west, but at least it gave us some insight of what was going to happen. And so let's flip to we're going to flip this and show you, where we got in, where we got out. There you have it. That's our spreadsheet that we made for you here. So our entry here was yesterday. We bought like discussed in my video, we bought at $635 and $970 for the put, right? $31 and 31.05 or the points. So I think it's $3,100 is the amount that you would have to put forward for this type of strategy. And around 9:30 and about 10 o'clock, this was the price of the option, right? 9:45, 10 o'clock. So your put was now worth $18.90, and then your call was worth $1.20. So if you add these two together, so wait 1 second, this is not correct. Wait, I gotta change this. So this should be, oh my god, this is funny. So I need to change this to $15. So this needs to change like this, and this needs to change like that. Okay, so doesn't change much at all, but the commission is supposed to be 0.15 because we're not doing it in dollar amounts. We're just looking at the option price. You got to do times 100, right, for the dollar amount. And so we would have made $400 on this today. That's a 25% ROI doing this type of strategy, which is actually more than what the stock moved, right? So if you would have shorted the stock, you would have made 12%. You use this strategy, made 25%, right? And I just took a screenshot here to show you that, indeed, right here, you can see that the bid is at $18.90, and then here the bid is at $1.20, just to show you, I am getting the exact numbers here. And so this one worked out really great. 25% in a day, man. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I'm gonna look for more stocks to do this on and share this with you. So hopefully you learn something, and you can apply these strategies yourself as you see fit. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm showing you how I'm finding these opportunities, how the steps that I'm taking to do it, the options that I'm looking at. If you have questions, you want more, I do have a Patreon. You can go there. All that stuff is in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.